Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, I'm 90% sure that, yeah, we filled up a lot. Wait, what? This is from the other game, if I'm sure. Yeah, it's definitely from the other game. This is from this game. Whatever, yeah, let's just get to it, I guess. We left off here. It's not too long before Natsuki comes up to FD. Not only did he stop hating him, but she's been getting closer to him. I feel a knot in my stomach. Maybe I should talk with Monika at some point. I glanced at FD and Natsuki. He's following her to the closet, presumably to find some manga. Without warning, Natsuki turns to me and yells at Monika. She really isn't herself when she's with FD, huh? I shake my head and start reading again. Why am I feeling so uneasy? It's not quite like yesterday. Suddenly I feel my arm contract several times. How come it's still acting funny? Stop this. I grab my arm with my right hand. I actually look around to see if anyone's watching. I close the book. My left arm is literally shaking. It's not pain, but somehow I feel like it may be linked to what I'm feeling right now. Do I need to do this? Just a little. Calm down. After all, FD's presence is a little bit stress-inducing. And since he's spending time with Natsuki and Monika and Sayori are still talking to her, so it's just me, I'm allowed to do it, right? Just a little. Without a second thought, I grab my bag and I head out. I close the door behind me. Part of me wants to think this is a good, but in the end, it'll be a positive thing. If it can help me calm down, then it's a good thing. Monika would agree, wouldn't she? She's always saying that what matters is being at ease. This is definitely a way to feel at ease. I walk up to the stairs and I stop at the top of the steps. I drop my bag and grab the knife under my books. I remove the security lock. I take a deep breath. This is fine. It'll be okay. It's my own life. It's my own choice. If I'm doing it on purpose, then it can't be bad. Without thinking, I start softly cutting my skin just a little, and she doesn't too much. I'm feeling all dizzy. So many cuts. They're not even deep, but I really need to make that many. Is anyone there? Oh, it's FD. Then when he passes over to us. In the actual stories, I think this one is following the canon story. I let out a gasp. Is this Sayori? Yuri, is that you? Oh, it is Sayori. Wait, so it's not canon. I slowly walked down to the stairs to see who was calling my name. Please don't tell me it's Sayori. I see the top of her hair down the stairs. This isn't good, definitely not good. It's me, don't be scared. I shake the blood off my arms and I stand in front of Sayori. Yuri, are you alright? I'm shaking. Sayori looks absolutely mortified. What have I done? I just wanted to feel better. Sayori, oh my. Don't tell me I did the first thing that came to mind I can think of. Even if it's me like I'm weak, I can't let anyone know. This isn't anyone's business, it's mine. Sayori, please don't tell anyone. Please, I beg you. She looks at me with empty eyes. It's just you don't understand, you know? It's not a bad thing. I'm doing it for myself. Please forget what you've seen. Please. My voice is gradually getting louder. It seems like Sayori's not listening to me. She lost her thoughts. Sayori! She snapped back to reality and looks at me, still with the same mortified look. Yes, I won't tell anyone, Yuri. Don't worry. I stagger a little. I need to get back to the club room, away from her. Here. I'll get going. Yuri, please don't. You have no right to talk about that, Sayori. Sayori looks heartbroken. I know I shouldn't have used what I've seen this morning as an argument, but it's too late now. I walk past her and head to the club room. Why? Why did I talk to her a little? Why did I talk to her like that? Oh, I didn't know what else to do. What if she was to live through the same thing? She has to live through the same thing after being so harsh. Most likely. I open the door and I head into the club room. I hear the door close behind me as I head to the table. Monika's peacefully sitting at the table, and Natsuki and FD are still cheerily talking. I glance at my arm again. No, I've been way too harsh on Sayori. She'll feel bad because of me. I must apologize, it's the least I can do. I once again exit the room. This time Monika was so busy she may have noticed my absence. I hope I won't seem too suspicious. No, where I see her head, where she found me, the third floor? No, that would be useless. There's nothing to see up there. Maybe she wanted to breathe some fresh air. I turn left and I walk down the stairs. Now, where can she be? Ow! I feel a sharp pain in my left arm. Seems like I bumped into someone. What a weird... Whoa. A new character. This is very unexpected, nor anticipated whatsoever. But yeah, and also, what happened to half of her? Oh, I'm so sorry. Weird girl. Sorry. The girl holds her hand out for me to grab. She helps me get back on my feet. It's fine, don't worry. I feel really uneasy. I wasn't careful. I could have hurt her. She's smaller than me, too. I take a few steps to look at her. I can't help but I look like scars she's trying to hide on her face. I'm sorry, I think you dropped your book. I look down, indeed, it's on the floor. It must have fallen from my bag. I pick it up. Excuse me. Yes? Do you actually like reading? Pardon the question, it's just I like reading too, and your book looks... Her voice is barely audible. As weird as she seems, I feel sympathy for her, maybe even empathy. She reminds me of myself a little. Indeed, I love reading. I started this book recently. Have you ever read it? Yes. I've read the entire series. Her eyes light up with excitement. She definitely liked me. What were the odds? The people from the class don't usually talk to me like that. As I look at some more, I notice her uniform isn't quite the same as ours. If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here? It seems like you're not from our school, is that right? No, I'm on a temporary cultural trip. I was looking for a friend, actually. Do you know someone named Hisao? Have you seen a boy with a different uniform recently? Well, not really. I don't remember seeing anyone. The girl sighs. Thanks anyway. We both stared there awkwardly for 10 seconds or so. Suddenly she mumbles something. Pardon? I'm sorry if it sounds a little bit stupid, but what's your name? That's fine. My name is Yuri. What's your name? She looks really happy that I told her my name. It's Hanako. What a beautiful name. Glad to meet you, Hanako. I'm glad to meet you, Yuri. She keeps glancing at my book. I get the feeling that she wants to discuss it. I feel really embarrassed, but Hanako looks like a shy, calm person. Someone I could get along with. Do you want to discuss it a little? I have a bit of time, and since you like to read, maybe you would like to talk about it, or I don't know. Yes, please, if you don't mind. Of course not. Shall we head out for a bit? Sure. We both head out of the hall, and we sit on the bench. I reach out. Yuri, wait, what'd you reach out? What? It always cuts me off. I reach out to grab the book. Yuri, I'm sorry, but why are there cuts on your arm? You're bleeding a little. Of course, I wasn't careful enough when I grabbed the book. Hanukkah doesn't look as panicked as Yuri was, though. I didn't want to ask about it. I can't understand it. I'd only like to say that she takes a look. She looks a little nervous. Well, wouldn't it be the same in this situation? In the school I came from, there's a lot of people who have that problems, and these people, they like to be normal, like you. Me too. So whatever makes you do this isn't worth losing what you have. Your skin is beautiful, pale texture. Don't waste this. That's all. I'm sorry, maybe this isn't my business. Sorry. I gently shake my head. No, I understand what you mean. I totally understand. I don't feel so good. God damn it. I don't feel so good. Oh, that's a good meme. I should be more careful. 2 cases in less than an hour. At this rate, someone will find out. I'm going to have to... I have to go back to my classroom, club room, Hanukkah. Fuck, I said Hanukkah. If you don't know who that is someone from anime. I'm sorry about this. Maybe we can talk another time. Actually, I was looking for Hisab because we're heading back to our school. So until we meet again, Yuri. Oh, is that so? I will meet again, Hanako. Thank you about what you said. I think I understood what you meant. I'm glad. Goodbye, Yuri. She shyly waves at me and turns around. I enter the building. What a weird encounter. But what she said, what kind of school does she go to? And most importantly, how could I show my weakness so easily? But she's not wrong. I'm just permanently hurting my body for my own enjoyment. Although, isn't life about enjoying things? This is bothering me too much. Why should such a random encounter happen in such a time? I should be spending time with all the others. Maybe Monica's worrying about me. Maybe she came looking for me? I quickly climb up the stairs to the club room. Before I even walk up to the last step, I hear a voice in front of me. So how was it? I quickly look to see Monica staring at me. Sorry. How was it? You were talking to a girl, is that right? So Monica was wondering where I was. Oh, I just bumped into her, nothing more. We talked for a few minutes. What do you know that... How do you know that... I haven't seen you when we were talking. Oh, that. It's just... I was testing a little. New character, files, importing data. I was just trying something. What? Monica, it makes no sense. Do you believe in supernatural things, Yuri? Sometimes, yes, but why are you asking these questions? You're being scary, Monica. I can't quite understand what she wants to say. I just want to go back to the club room. I try walking past her, but she doesn't let me. What if I told you you're not real? Excuse me? What if I told you this isn't reality? This is merely a predetermined world created by a superior entity. Would you believe me? I laugh a little. How am I supposed to react? Hanako, are you alright? What do you mean you're testing a little? Hanako wasn't real. How do you know her name? What do you mean, Monica? This situation makes no sense. She heavily sighs. Of course. I should have expected this. Expected what? You're worrying me. Did anything happen in the club room? Sorry, Yuri. Sorry about... Oh, my back hurts. Just what? I quickly look around me, trying to understand the reason for my presence here. Did I really fall asleep on the stairs? I slowly lift my arm. Cuts are still there. I don't remember. I think I passed out shortly after Sarah found me. I couldn't even apologize to her. Oh, so my god, that whole encounter with Hanako was supposed to make her feel better. And then Monika's like, no, fuck you. And no, she doesn't feel better. Oh. And then she's like cutting until, you know, the inevitable end. Oh, that sucks. I can't even apologize to her in the end. I feel like I'm omitting something. I'm mating. Fuck, I don't know. I know something's wrong, but I can't seem to find out what it is. I struggle to get back on my feet. My legs are asleep just how long I have stayed in this position. I check the time on my phone. Maybe Suri's already back at the club. I walk down the rest of the stairs and I head to the club room. Before entering the room, I peek inside. It seems like Natsuki and Hefty are still in their chat. Monika's waiting at the table just like earlier. However, Suri is still not here. I'd go look for her to find her, but I believe it wouldn't be such a great idea. Like she changed her thing. If I end up bothering her like she did with me, no, I'll just wait for her here. I enter the room without making noise. This time, Monika immediately notices me. She waits for me to sit at the table across from her. Where were you, Yuri? I've been searching for you, but I couldn't find you. Oh, I was out of breath a little. Oh, is that so? Still feeling a little jealous. She says that last sentence with a little grin on her face, cheerfully teasing me. I don't think the feeling I had was jealousy this time, though. That must be it, I guess. Oh, I see. Well, if you need anything, come see me. I'm just waiting for Acia to come back. We started sharing poems. By the way, he leans closer and whispers, please refrain from sharing your poem with Sayori. I suspect that she's really not confident about hers and it's probably making her feel bad. So please. I take a few moments to observe Monika words. And normal situation, I believe that sharing poems could be a good way for her to express herself. But if Monika tells me that isn't a good idea, on top of that, what I've seen this morning was definitely real. Judging by the look on her face earlier today at the river, it clear that the wound she had was done to herself. I sigh. I totally understand. I'm counting on you to make her feel more at ease. Then, of course, as club president, it's my duty to take care of such issues. I'll stop bothering you. Feel free to get back to your reading. She gets up from her seat and leaves me alone at the table. I can't help but worry about Sayori. It seems like I'm not alone thinking about her. I'm sure Monika will take care of her in a proper manner. I shake my head and grab my book in the bag. I noticed a few blood stains on the cover. The blood looks a little worn. Did it fall somewhere? I don't recall reading my book while I was out there. Or did I? I can't remember much. Oh, yeah, she can't remember. I guess I should think about sleeping in my bed someday. I'll probably sleep a little better. I open my book again and I start eagerly reading the passage I stopped before leaving the room. Damn. The club door room opens. Siri enters in her arms a cardboard box. Oh, that's in our rain clouds where Sayori went to get the stuff and then she saw stuff. Oh, that's where she went. She was looking for supplies for this festival, maybe. Monika leaves and greets her. They talk a little, and while Sayori chuckles a few times, she hands Monika the cardboard box. As she does, I notice how she tries to keep her arms bent. Does it hurt? Or maybe she's just trying to hide it as much as possible. I notice her glancing at Effie. I do the same. It looks like he's done talking to Natsuki. She has a satisfied look in her face as she watches Effie put a book in the bag. She lent him another manga. Before Sayori gets a chance to sit down, Monika coughs and raises her voice to get our attention. I close my book and put it back in my bag. Okay, everyone, are you ready to share your poems? I shiver as soon as I hear the last sentence. I'm going to have to share a poem I wrote this morning. What if someone really understands what I meant? Monika would be able to understand the meaning behind it. What would she think? What if Natsuki understands? She'd definitely judge my little hobby. That's how she is about these things. I grab a poem I wrote in my bag and I lay it on the table. Without even looking at him, I know where FD headed. Natsuki already expecting to look at him, waiting to share her poem. Siri's the one again next to him, listening while pretending she's not there. I can't understand why she wants to stay near FD. Yuri, huh? I turn my left to my left. Monika's sitting next to me, staring at me with a funny expression. I've been calling you a few times, but you haven't answered. Too busy looking at little lovebirds. I could look at Monika. Lovebirds? I'm just kidding, Yuri. Don't worry. They're too sure are growing close, don't you think? I noticed a tab on the table with my index finger endeared. Indeed. You don't sound too convinced, though. Did they finally make up with Natsuki yesterday? Oh, of course you did. She almost stayed at my home, too. Oh, really? That's great. Actually, she couldn't stay. It's great. It's complicated, but she was most likely grounded by her father. I called her while she was at my place. He called her while she was at my place. Monica's expression looked suddenly darkens. Oh, you mean her father wasn't aware that she was at your place? Actually, she had to call him a little later. You should avoid doing that. You should avoid doing that. It's not my business, but just avoid doing it. I'm sure I'm completely understanding what Monica's saying. Her expression clears shows that she's worried about something, though. Yes, of course. I don't think she'd like to come back to my place anyway. We haven't really talked much this morning. She shrugs. Don't bother. There may be something that make the situation a little delicate for her. I make sure that you support her with, everything. She chuckles a little, including how close she's getting to our new member. My heart sinks as soon as I hear her mention that. Of course I'll support her. It means that I won't be able to get close to him, but if it means Natsuki can be happy, and most importantly, it means I can still be friends with her. It's a small price to pay. I promise I'll take care of Natsuki good. Not that I have doubts in the first place, though. You're always so responsible, Yuri. Haha. I'm not too sure that if that's true. Maybe you don't see it, but I do. Oh, you're always down to earth, calm, and thoughtful. She looks behind me. Looks like Natsuki's raising her voice. She slowly darts out of the room, clutching her stomach. Seems like something happened. I'll share my poem with you a little later, Yuri. She goes towards Natsuki, probably to ask him what went wrong with Natsuki. I can't help but look at the exit. Judging by the way she's clutching her stomach, she heads to the bathroom. I get up to my feet. Everybody's busy with the current situation, so they don't notice me leaving the room. I can't leave Natsuki alone like that. I swore I'd support her. Before I even get to the bathroom right now, Natsuki coughing. It sounds like she doesn't feel good. I enter the bathroom after knocking on the door. Natsuki? It feels weird. Just yesterday, Natsuki was entering looking for me. I guess this is how I pay her back. I hear some coughing coming from one of the stalls. The door is locked. I knock on it a few times. Natsuki, are you alright? Leave me alone, Yuri. Those words hurt me more than they should have. Natsuki would never talk to me like this. Moreover, in such context, I can understand if something went wrong, Natsuki. You were there for me yesterday, right? I nervously laugh, and you're supposed to be my role model too, remember? Natsuki doesn't laugh. I hear her sigh on the other side of the door. I don't think I should be your role model anymore. What? Why? How? Why would Natsuki say something like that? No. It isn't. Is it because of FD? Did he say something wrong, or is it my fault? I'm sorry. I was too clingy and annoying. Stop it, Yuri. Let's just talk later, okay? All right? Her sentence is interrupted by sudden coughing. She really doesn't sound good, but what am I supposed to do in this situation? Sure, I'm here for her. Try to understand the problem. I finally have a choice. But she said to leave her alone, so I have to understand. But show her I'm here for her. But I have to show her, but I'll get her a little upset. I think the first one is. I don't know. Support your friends. I don't care if Natsuki doesn't want me to run around anymore. Even if it was just merely a joke, I'll be her role model. It doesn't feel matter. She's feeling I'm supposed to be her friend, right? I stand on the other side of the stall, resting my head on the door. Natsuki, I can't even remember how long ago we met. What I can remember though is that you've always been there for me. So let me be there for you. I know I'm not really the best type of person there is. I'm always spacing out. I'm always doing everything wrong. But every time something goes wrong, you're always there for me. So please don't just forget about me. No matter the circumstances, even if it's about FD, I'll side with you. I think I can hear Natsuki sobbing behind the door. What is she feeling? She was so cheerful earlier. What makes you think I'd forget you? I never said that I would, but you don't understand me. I can't tell you. You just forget it, okay? I'll be back later. Just wait for me in the club room. She's slowly breathing. If only I could do more. Alright. Hang in there, Natsuki. No, that's Sayori's thing. Haha, get it? I'm sorry. I get up and head out to the bathroom. I close the door behind me. Natsuki isn't coughing anymore. It seems like she's feeling a little better. I sigh with relief. At least she wasn't sick or something. She's just feeling a little tired. That must be it. I enter the club room. Monika's still talking to FD. She has a poem in her hand. I glance at it. The writing suggests it's FD's. As I sit down at the table, I see the door room open. Natsuki quietly enters, looking a little better than she was as she left. Her hair is wet. She's probably washed her face. Still, I don't know what caused her so much trouble. She waits a little behind Monika before suddenly joining the conversation. She grabs the horn from Monika's hands. She didn't want to read it. She didn't want her to read it. Now that makes me even more curious. I guess I have the occasion to see what it's about in a moment. At some point, Natsuki jerks her head up. She looks like she wants to be part of the discussion, but she refrains from doing so. I remember what Monika told me. She's probably not too confident, so I won't force her. If I want to talk to her, she'll probably take it some kind of pressure. Everything is so conflicted in my head. Monika turns around and leaves the group to sit next to me once again. She sighs. Or have you noticed something different about Natsuki lately? Is she talking to me? I was focused on FD. He's eagerly reading her poem. It looks like he's really enjoying it. So, oh yes, well, Natsuki's always been a little like that. Like that? What do you mean? Whenever something's on her mind, her behavior changes a little. Though I don't recall seeing her as trouble as she today, honestly. It's a little strange. That's right. Just now we were talking about her poem with FD. As soon as she came back, she took it from me and won't give it back. She didn't want to give it back? How odd. She usually acts slightly differently in this case, but she never reacted this differently. Indeed, I've tried to convince her to give it back, but she liked the poem too much. In fact, I suspect that this poem was written strictly for her. Wait, as in FD wrote it for her? Exactly, we've talked about it, but it seemed really uneasy. It wouldn't surprise me if he was trying to impress her. Natsuki's reaction was probably linked to it too. I think our little baker is in love. My heart sinks once more. In love? Love must be such a wonderful thing, but does it really have to change people? Is that when Natsuki's feeling in love? It's too hard to understand. I can't understand love. Don't be ridiculous, Monika. They only known each other for like a few days. Don't you think love can happen really quickly, as a few days enough to like someone? I think you know that, considering what? Indeed, I've been waiting to go closer to FD, but does that mean? Well, yesterday you've been quite a big fight with Natsuki, and you turned to FD when you needed help, if I recall correctly. Aren't you feeling a little something too? No, well, no, of course not. I think I'm blushing. No, a few days definitely isn't enough to like someone, definitely. And after all that, since he and Natsuki look so good together, I have no right to feel this way. Do you think people are allowed to feel? Feel free to whatever you want, Yuri. You just have to be careful not to let it change you. Just like what Natsuki's doing right now. Oh, I understand. I'm Natsuki's friend, so it's my duty to help her. Exactly. Anyway, what we're doing here, aren't we supposed to be sharing poems? Oh, right, poems. This is what was so interesting. I completely forgot the initial person for discussion. I take the poem I left on the table, and I hand it to Monika. I wrote something a little more elaborate than yesterday. Feel free to give me your feedback. She takes the poem in her hands and reads it. Feels like an eternity before she finishes it. She stops looking at the poem and stares at me. You're right, this is kind of different compared to yesterday. It's really troubling. This time I can't seem to find the correct meaning behind it unless it's something really dark. I want to talk, but I can't find anything to say. I stand there for a few seconds trying to come up with a cohesive response. It's just, well, I can see it in my head, but it's too hard to put into words. Did you at least enjoy my poem? Oh yes, of course. You really have a certain talent with words, Yuri. Your poems are mesmerizing. As soon as I start reading it, I couldn't stop. You have the fascinating method of writing. Well, thank you, Monika. I spent a long time establishing my writing style, so hearing that it really is heartwarming. Keep up the good work. She reaches into her bag to grab her poem, but she quickly notices that I've even done chatting with Natsuki. Oh, I think he's going to show you his poem. I'll be back after that. Go enjoy your time with him. Indeed, FD's walking towards me. I clench my poem a little more as he approaches. There's no reason to be nervous. I end up staring into his eyes again. Let's see what you've written today. He flashes at me with a bright smile and he hands me his poem. I smile back. My stomach feels weird. Monika, what are you doing putting such thoughts in my head? I look at the poem. Nightgown, pop-up, parfait, playground, poof, cow, puppy, swimsuit, shopping, skipping, socks, spinning, sticky strawberries, sugar, summer, twirl, waterfall, Valentine, vanilla. That is a pretty Natsuki poem. Once again, the structure feels a little off. Of course it does. Just a bunch of 20 random words. Like I said last time, it's a bunch of 20 random words, which is not a poem and didn't even rhyme, you know. However, the style is clearly, though different, it's a bit better. The words blend in with each other, and the idea he wants to convey is clear. Obviously, he had an image in mind while writing it. Monika's right that this is directed at Natsuki. This is pretty good after you were influenced by seeing everyone else's writing styles yesterday. I guess you could say that. I have no doubts anymore. He definitely influenced by Natsuki. I can see that the same type of syntaxes she uses in his poems typically and efficiently. I was also a little surprised by how differently everyone else writing was, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid, a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work on your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Just like I did this morning, I think writing needs to be spontaneous. Pre-scheduling poem writing isn't right. This is why I don't feel like preparing poems for such activities. I love to see how complex FD's poem can get. Try and let your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one to truly enable your reading scene into mind. It's a really very intimidating exercise. He merely is smiling at me, but I think I lost FD when I tried to explain he can wander through his feelings. I don't mind though. You're particularly cute like that. just that, what am I thinking? I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I shyly held out my poem, now at the moment to see what he'll think of it. That's not the weird, is it? I have, well, an example of that if you like to read it. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? I silently nod, waiting for him to start reading. He gently takes the poem from my hands. His movements are so graceful. He starts to read. Once again, he's taking his time, and he's not saying anything. Am I supposed to talk now? What if I bother him while he's reading? I know how frustrating it is to be bothered. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I guess this is the best I could come up with. I can see that. It's much more metaphorical. I can't help but smile to myself. It looks like he did understand the point of the poem. Only 2 days in, he's already starting to understand poems a little more. Impressive. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I could take face value, that I can't even figure out what I'm supposed to mean. Now I'm not too sure. Does he understand it or not? You're not supposed to ignore the face value of the poem. It's part of it too. Writing is a combination to abstract and concrete concepts. However, he seemingly hasn't understood the real meaning of the poem. What a relief. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to their own way. I want to express the way it feels to me to indulge my more usual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. My voice is barely audible by the end of the sentence. I look down. I may have said a tad too much. As he stares at me with such a look, I get lost in my train of thoughts again. I so look at him and to him grinning at me. Oh, that's funny. That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. Not that it bothers me, but I don't find this amusing. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter how into, as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Natsuki, of all people, I wouldn't expect her to think this way. She may be my best friend, but I know her well. I thought she despised my kind of hobby. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have a lot in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? I gasped. Well, I don't tell her I said that. I just spoke in my mind. So whenever someone's around, I'm hard I try to separate my words from my thoughts. Don't worry, I have no reason to. I sigh with relief. Okay, well, thank you for sharing the poem with me. He nods and gives me my poem back, and that's where we're gonna end it because it's gone pretty long, and I do not want to continue this long. Yeah, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and yeah, I don't know. Have a good day. Big gay.